What's up guys, Erebus here, back with some more fun times in DS3. This time we are on my Sl80 Pyromancer, and he is basically just a hunter for crits. He's going for that critical, because I've got a nice Chaos Infused Dagger on this bad boy, and that's just pretty much what he's interested in. Pyro is not really incredibly viable in invasions. It's much better for ganking, realistically. If you're a white spirit or a blue spirit or something, being a pyro can be invaluable, but it's not the best for invasions, so I'm going more for critical attacks than I am fire. And you'll see I am a very, very weak, feeble little pyro man. I can't do a whole lot. I've only been hit once, and I'm at about half health. So that's unfortunate. At some point, I plan to practice some unlocked backstabs with this character. I haven't yet, but it's on the docket. So this first round against the Yorm's Great Machete, I used to use Yorm's, so I'm not incredibly frightened by it. I know its moveset pretty well. I see he's coming in for the running attack, and I missed the parry. He does it again, and I was stuck in my animation, but this time I'm ready for it when I go for my Estus. And that's all she wrote. It's the beauty of the Chaos Dagger, I guess. Or the bane of it, if you like longer fights, because it ends up just kind of being either you get the opportunity or you don't, and that basically makes or break your fight. Which honestly, that's kind of the main drawback, I would say, to this character, is, parrying should be, in my opinion, like an option, not a necessity. And I mean, it's not a necessity, don't get me wrong. I don't have to do it in order for this to be viable, but I guess I'm just saying I don't have as many options with this character as I would with, somebody who's a little bit more well-rounded. Now this chap, I just immediately rushed in on him. He wants to have an honorable duel, which I'm fine with, because I know that in that fury of punches, there's going to be an opportunity for a parry. Unfortunately, I couldn't get one out. I got staggered too much. But I also know that he's doing some running attacks, so I go for that one, and I get that one. Luckily for me. Good game, buddy. Didn't have a bow equipped, so it took me a second. I did want to bow to the guy. He did not drink. It was an honorable duel. I was just late to the game. So, one thing is, typically I don't include clips of my failures. And how much I die, just because I don't think it's that interesting. And when I'm saving clips and going through stuff that I think would be interesting to post, I don't really think of deaths as being one of them. But there's a couple times that I died while collecting footage for this video that I thought was pretty hilarious, and kind of just needed to be included. So that's that. We're in the Grand Archives, and I see that the host is coming. I've seen people hide in the skirts of the Crystal Sage, and so I'm trying to do that, and it's not panning out at all. At this point, I'm pretty sure he saw me. I just thought it'd be funny. But he is going for the Crystal Sage, and I am coming for him. But what I do not expect, I think he just wants to finish off the Sage, so then he can heal and turn around and deal with me. But no, he's just running. He just wants nothing to do with me. Which I didn't expect. So, now I heard sounds of battle behind me, so I'm thinking that there's also a phantom around here somewhere, but I'm a little confused at why he's not here, and why he's not shown himself. So I'm thinking about using that elevator. I'm weighing my options between whether I want to use the elevator and deal with the possibility that there's several guys down there, or try to go backwards this way. And then I see Phantom's health bar, and then I see a glimpse of a Phantom. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe the Phantom is behind the host's progress level. Maybe he's going to catch up, and here he comes. So that worked out well. So I think, okay, well, I'll fight the Phantom then for now, and deal with the host after that. So going up against I think that's the Cell Swords, which is getting more and more common. He probably would have been able to beat me, except for the fact that he has that no health meta. Didn't take much damage at all. And now, you'll hear that familiar music. If you've noticed a trend in the videos that I've released so far. It's time for running. It's time for running and it's time for hunting. I have no idea where this host was at. First I thought he must be at the beginning because that's where I saw him go. Then I thought maybe he went and took one of the other shortcuts to try to get around me. No. I'm just kind of scoping out the entire archives at this point. Starting to run forward from where we had been. Thinking about laying a trap on the elevator, but not thinking he'll necessarily come through that way. And then checking in detail this bottom floor because I feel pretty strongly like he's hiding here somewhere. So I'm looking for any objects that look out of place that could have been Young White Branch or whatever. And then I see this larger shortcut is open, and Crime Held is out and about. So now I'm checking this area out because clearly he was here. The Goldwing Knights were not activated, so he didn't run that way. And looks like these guys are not activated on the bridge here, so he didn't go that way either. So I guess he just got the shortcut at some point and then went somewhere. I honestly don't know. I've reviewed the footage a couple times to see if I just walked right by him at some point and didn't notice. And as far as I can tell, that's not the case. I think he's just really good at hiding. So eventually, I really had to take a bathroom break, to be honest. So I just came back here where he wouldn't see me right away and hid, so I could go use the restroom real quick and come back and resume the hunt. Unfortunately for me, at this exact time, the host decided to use a seed of a giant tree. And I heard these noises as I was just washing my hands and thinking, no! Not after all of that time. Yep, after all that time. No idea where he was. And now I never will. So now we're going to go back to Dragon... Archdragon Peak for a little bit. As this is one of my favorite areas to invade around level 80 or 90. If I'm level 80 or 90. I find this a pretty fun spot. And right off the bat, I see something. It's a fire buffed fume, and I don't know why it is, but in my typical playing, I don't come across that many fume swords, nor great machetes or anything. But for some reason here, there's a ton. Don't know why. Either way, he makes the mistake of going for a rolling attack and gets punished for it. Give him the welcome, and then I point up at this guy for not helping at all. Thanks, dude. Now on to the first DLC, the good old Ashes of Ariandel. Another fun spot to invade. Not a place that I find is quite active enough usually at this level 80, but sometimes it pans out real well. The snowfield often is a good spot, but the Corvian settlement here is my favorite place from this first DLC to invade when I can. So I find the host chilling in here, kind of walking away, edge walking a little bit. I'm not really sure what he's doing, to be honest. I'm going to go for the guard break, no riposte. Sadly, took too long. And does a nice little quick step into the backstab. Unfortunately, I know he's coming, and I'm able to get the parry off. I knew he was coming, A, because of just the timings and the situation, and B, because of the kick. A lot of people kick when they're trying to spam R1. This one's not necessarily as interesting as it could be, but I found it pretty fun and interesting. Starting off by trying to parkour myself onto the little roof here. Get a nice leap going. But I'm actually looking for where they are, and there I see the Phantom, quickly followed by the Corbian, whatever that one is. I don't know what they're called. Sorry. That one, you can see it. And then down comes the host. So now I'm already looking at this and thinking, this is a bad idea. This is not going to go well. But I luck out in that they don't want to 2v1 me. The Phantom wants to 1v1, and the host is just fine with letting that happen. Now I do see this guy healing, which makes me unhappy. And taking a lot of damage as well. But also dishing a lot of damage out with that Gale Sword. So I'm not actually expecting to win this one at this point, and then I see that if I trade hitting him for Vestiges, it works out pretty well, honestly, on my part. I don't want to just spam Vestiges, so I try to Black Flame in there, and he flips right over me. So instead, I'm just going to throw Vestiges right into his next attack cycle, and that's that for him. Accidentally throw shit. I didn't mean to. I was trying to get to my Estus, and I hit Dung Pai. And here I'm realizing again that I don't have a bow. So the host is ready. He's ready to go for a while, and then I bow. He had already bowed and gotten ready for battle, and I postponed and then bowed far too late. But he was a nice guy and also bowed. Gets me with that massive Phantom range on the rolling attack, and that one. There was some severe lag, because I don't even know what happened with that last hit. But yeah. This chap I had to look for a while, because I spawned inside the settlement proper, and he was just chilling out here. And he was chilling out here, and he did not move. And eventually I spotted him from on top of one of the walls and came running on over. And once again with that dang shield. Every time I see that shield, I think it's a noob. Doesn't mean it's true, but I always think so. At any rate, I am looking for those criticals, and I see if I hit his shield, he'll swing. So I hit his shield, wait for the swing, and punish him. He's wearing some big boy armor, and has some decent absorption going, so that's not able to kill him. So now I break his guard and riposte him again. And that's still not enough, but I get him with the roll catch. That was a pretty fun one. Okay, so this is incredibly fast forwarded. And the reason for that is I spawned here, as you can see, in the settlement relatively early on, and there was no host. But as I was looking around here, so at first I was just thinking, okay, I don't know, maybe they haven't quite gotten here yet, checking the bonfire room. But as I begin to proceed, more and more things are out of place. So for instance, we have a shortcut open here. So he didn't just start the area, you know, he maybe warped into that bonfire, and it for some reason stuck me behind him, but there's no way that he just started. So now I'm thinking, okay, well, what other shortcuts are open? And here I see that the gate is open into the churchyard here. And I don't know if it was open when I spawned in. I want to say no, but I don't remember looking for it. so it might have been. So gates open, the stairs are down, this is all open, and then as I start coming through this portion of the area, I see that the I forget what they're called now. I'm completely blanking on it, but whatever, the enemies are in fact not in their spawn positions. They have been triggered. So now I know he's been through here. I get seated, which turned out to be a good decision, I guess, because the Millwood Knight was there and caught me in the back with his axe. Not necessarily a great use of a seed, but not a terrible one. And I get here, and all the way in the chapel, all the way here, he ran this entire way. It just shocked me that he ran the entire way here. Good on him, I guess. The actual fight, unfortunately, is not very interesting. There's a good deal of lag. I'm pretty sure that parry that I just did should have connected. At least one of those hits should have. Those hits shouldn't have. And I don't know about that one either. But anyway, I'll take that point down. I'm sure I deserve it for something, so it's fine. But yeah, I'm impressed. And this is going to be the last clip for this one. Found this gent rolling around in the muck. Not sure why he was over here. Just exploring, I suppose. So right away I see he's turtling. I don't want him to turtle. So I'm going to throw some vestiges, try to get him to do a rolling attack or something. He's not going for it, so I pull out the Black Flame instead to go for the guard break. Don't get that, but I do parry right after my combo ends, thinking he's going to come in, and he does. And in terms of this chap, that's all he's got. So I guess I'll just head through this gate and be done with it. Oops. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.